I hear the call of the wild in every shadow, every star. Pulling
Hello
me
and
further
welcome back
from
to
the
Call
fences
of the
past the
Wilds. Yeah, we got
casting
something new
away.
here. We got a,
Feel the
maybe you can
call
see it,
of the
a webcam. I'm not quite sure if it's gonna stay over there, but well, it is here. Okay, a quick update. I did do a playthrough of this game a couple of days ago, and the microphone wasn't working. So let me check if the microphone is working now. It is working now. So now you can actually hear me. Okay, a few things. What happened last time? I have tried to take out a few animals. I was actually very close to a deer, and that failed. Several deers, by the way. I was very close to a bear, and that failed. And I was close to a cougar. In this case, I mean a mountain lion and not an older woman. And that failed as well. So let's try this again. And last time I said we were going to get a car for those long areas we need to walk, but since we do actually still need to find a way to take out animals, that is actually the core of the game, I think we should continue with walking towards our destination. Okay, so the next part of the storyline was that an elder man, an old man who used to go in these woods, went out hunting. I believe he went out hunting, and he failed to return. And we are supposed to see if we can find this guy. So I can see footprints of, in this case, turkey, but according to the cone, it's moving that way. So we are not going to follow the turkey. I also learned a few other things, and I tried to explain that in my last playthrough. But as I said, the audio was off, so I couldn't explain it. I will explain it right now. So we can see those white markers on the ground, the animal prints, and we can. I wanted to say, hold on. I wanted to say we can actually follow that trail. If it's white, the trail is new. If the trail turns blue, it means we are following the same trail of the same animal. So I just heard a warning call of an animal, which was supposed to be around 50 to 70 meters away from me, which is a doable distance. It is not this animal. It is sound emanated somewhere from around there, so I'm currently trying to be as quiet as possible. But I'm not seeing the animal yet. So let's try to maneuver as quiet as possible through this grass and these flowers. We are relatively unseen. Oh, there's actually... Oh, I can see it. Hold on. I can see it. Okay, come on. Now this time it should be working. Okay. I think I got him. I think I got him. I think I freaking got him this time. Oh yes. Oh yes. Now I do not need to follow the blood trail. That also went wrong the last time I followed the blood trail of a shot bear and I couldn't find the trail anymore. But this time I got my first kill. And it is a... Hello? Why can't I interact with my... It's a young one. Um, yeah, sure, I can take a camera, but actually, oh, here we are, confirmed trophy. Here we are, a class 5 female deer, difficulty 1, trivial, which means it wasn't that good. But flesh lower neck 100%. Not quite sure what that means. The session score is 300. I can inspect, which means if I, let's see, if I push this button, hold on, I should be able, oh, right trigger, hold on. I shot it over there, oh, in the neck. I was supposed to shoot it a little bit lower than that, shoot a vital organ, but so I finally got something. It cost me, does it cost me 3,000 to taxidermize, or do I get it? I think it's gonna cost me that. I gotta save the harvest, which is X. Okay. Harvest screen details are specific about your harvest, including directional information on each shot. Using an appropriate caliber and minimizing the time of impact to death and consecutive harvest of animals will provide bonuses. Okay, so I finally was able to shoot something. I'm not gonna shoot the entire forest clear of animals, of course, but considering last playthrough took about 1.5 hours and I absolutely shot nothing, I think that this is interesting that we finally be able to. Okay, what do you mean by that? You mean should I taxiderma there? Never mind. Oh, I can actually follow the path. I probably will follow the path. So I found a deer, which means might be able to look for different animals as well. This is a black bear. Okay, I'm not gonna take out the black bear. Not just yet. Caches to buy new equipment and okay. Well, that's obvious that I need to purchase equipment. So let me quickly take a look at the, let's see. Oh, I have some perk points. Hold up. Let's go to perk points. And I do want to use some archery, by the way, in the next session. Okay. Hold up. It says I have perk points. Why? How do I? Oh, okay. Unlocks the ability to ready your next shot without leaving the aim for a rifle, shotgun, and hand. Okay. Increase ready speed for all weapons. What would it? Okay. Okay. Let's put it onto rifles because I actually did use a rifle to get this perk point. Or can I select? Oh, hold on. There is different. Okay, hold on, hold on. Ah, it's a tree situation. So this is the first perk point. The second is zeroing, steady hands. Okay, and what is this, by the way? Ability to gauge lateral wind direction and speed when in aim mode with any weapon. But I first need to have at least 2 points apparently on this. Oh no, I would be able to do so right now. What is the second point then? Increase ready speed. Ah, I see. I see. Okay, what I was actually looking for was the map. Okay, it doesn't say if I, hold on. Oh, what was that? Okay, I heard something. Okay, once again, map. How do we zoom in? I forgot. Hold on, how do I zoom in? Or zoom out in that case? Oh, not this button. Sorry, this is... Oh, okay, here we are. So we didn't see where we actually shot the creature, but we do see we have to go all the way over here, and there are no roads going to that location, so we'll have to go. Well, we can use this until we reach this water over here. Can we put a marker over there so we can actually toggle legend select, toggle reserve selection. Hold on. Oh, no. Toggle legends. Yeah. Can I? Oh yeah, I can place a waypoint. Okay, so place the waypoint over there, and as soon as we reach that waypoint, okay, so we need to. Okay, so at least until we found that waypoint, we can. And I just found out, by the way, when we actually have an active track that actually appears on the map as well. So another thing I just learned. What is that? Is that a bison? Okay. We'll be encountering a lot of more animals along the way, I'm pretty sure. These blue markers indicate that is still the same track of the bear. So this is what the bear was walking from, because we can actually see on the footprints it is walking that way. Away from us, by the way. So, oops. And I did say actually last time that I wanted to get a car. And I also said I wanted to take a dog along. So it would actually be able to find out where my kill would be. But not this time. I also learned last time, so a few things which I learned about the game and which I talked about last playthrough, but you didn't hear it, was if I no, hold on. If I push the left stick, in this case, I'm running, and that will of course get me quicker to my point of where I needed to be. It's going to make more noise, of course, and apart from that, we're going to be panting so far that we cannot have a steady aim. We then need to rest a little bit before we can actually be able to have a steady aim with our gun. So that is also something I've learned. It is not the fact that you will be actually getting a heart attack while running. It's just that your stamina will be... I think I'm actually going to go up the hill over here. I'm going to forgo with the waypoint. The simple fact is that your stamina is depleting. So there's no penalty in having that being running, apart from of course that you can't run and then straight after that use your gun or any other long-range weapons to start to shoot an animal, because you will be catching your breath, literally. So we can now see the heart rate on the lower right, pulsating red, which means you are panting for breath. So if I stop and just wait a little bit, it slowly goes back to white. And and then we can actually continue on. There was another option. I'm not quite sure what that option was. And it was an automatic, oh, that you'll be walking automatically. Oh, this is very high shrubs, which also aids in hiding. I'm not quite sure where that button was. So there is a button where you can actually press once, and then you can walk or run where you're going without having to continuously use the left stick to run or walk. I'm not using that option right now. So let's quickly take a look at these tracks, what these are. A mountain lion. I am not going to take out a mountain lion. Not with the gun I have. I do think that my kill just now was dumb luck. And besides, in these areas, it is impossible to shoot an animal. It's far too... Oh, there's an empty space. That's what I was referring to. It's much easier to go into empty spaces or clear spaces to target something than between those trees. So we are walking slowly uphill. I'm not quite sure if our destination is uphill, but what in the name? What was that? Where did that... That certainly sounded like a mountain lion. Couldn't identify the location where the sound came from, but that sounded close by. And I was actually, well, not getting scared, but that certainly didn't look friendly or sound friendly. Okay, let's keep an eye open and an ear open. It's very unlikely that it will be attacking. Once I do not know where the sound came from. I did see the tracks a couple of minutes ago, but I think they was walking in a different direction than I am currently. Alright, let's keep, as I said, keep our eyes and ears open. What I was saying last playthrough, by the way, I was on a lookout point somewhere on a cliffside, and I was once again complimenting how the game looks. And I believe I was talking about my computer, which is not the youngest. I think it's, well, I'm not quite sure how old it is. It is quite old. But when I bought it, I think about 7 or 8 years ago, it was one of the best. And I must admit, it is still looking, the game is still looking very nice. There are very few games that will run on this computer. I did try the Harry Potter game, the most recent one. The, what was it called? The Hogwarts something something. It was a game where Harry Potter himself did not appear. That didn't run as good. All my characters were like sock puppets, so that didn't run. Not even on the lowest graphical setting. And Starfield, which I want to see if I actually can get Starfield up and running again. I did play it on this computer a few times But I noticed that when I was doing some combat in Starfield, the graphic engine was so slow on this machine that I couldn't actually get a clear shot on anything. It was too slow and too laggy. I did play it a few times on an Xbox, which I purchased. I never tried it again on this computer. Looking at the way this game now handles itself, and this is also not a very old game, I think that it might be an idea to see if Starfield would work again. If I maybe try to configure a few things on the graphic engine. Meanwhile, we are closing in the location where we're supposed to be. I haven't heard that sound of that mountain lion again. What I do notice on the map, I was actually pointing to this location and then thought, if I moved over here through on this road and then near that lake move upwards, then I might be able to get a closer, an easier way to reach my destination. But yeah, it turned out that will be a long way because this lake is that lake over there. That is far away and low. It's closer than 1.8 kilometers, but still. I do know that if I would be walking in real life on this hill, that my ankles will be burning from the elevation which I have to walk. Catch your breath a little bit. And while I'm walking, let's get my binoculars ready. So when I do think I see something, I can use the binoculars to see if I'm right. And I could then, of course, switch over to the gun. Okay, not quite sure if this is going to work. Well, apparently I can. No, actually I can't. I'm sliding down at the moment. Okay, so can't. Okay, let's slow down a little bit because I'm now entering an area with some clear vistas. So this side over there, I don't see anything walking over there. I wonder, by the way, it is currently, I'm not quite sure what time. Can I see the time? Oh, it is. Oh, it is 5 p.m. And I wonder what happens when the sun is going down. Will the shadows get longer? Can you actually see the sun going down? And yeah, that would mean I would be walking at night. I do know I have a torch. I did notice there is a button for me to press for a torch. But maybe getting out here on foot around this time of day might not have been the most smartest of ideas. I do think we have a fast travel to our outpost, but not a smart plan. And believe it or not, we're only halfway towards our point of destination. These distances are getting longer and longer and longer, and I think we should be foregoing with the storyline for a couple of... Well, this wasn't a good plan. Storyline for time being. Because I... Whoop! Oh, what? I'm walking straight into the trees. Because I certainly do not see any animals or hear any animals or see any animal tracks around here. So, except of course we have this beautiful vista, and that's what I said. What happens when the sun goes down? Can we actually see the shadows changing over there? I'm not going to stand here and wait to see that happen. Oh, crap. Can I cross this section? I fear it's going to be... nope, 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 nope. Well, okay. Not a mountain goat. Up, sliding down the cliff. Can I fall to my death? It's not impossible. Not going to risk it, but I think I'm almost at the edge of the rock face. But I am sliding down. Nope, it's not working. I'm sliding down all the way. Okay. All right. I can probably try to maneuver my way over here. Yeah. Gravel is no problem, but when it's large rock formations, you cannot climb or pass without sliding down. But it is quite light outside still when it is actually 5 p.m. Day and night cycles here are not as fast as they are in American Truck Simulator. Oh, what was that? Okay. A Rocky Mountain, oh, that's 150 meters away. Okay, we'll walk a little bit slower and a bit more quieter. But 150 meters is quite a distance. It looks like our destination is lower than we are now. That would mean that in the last couple of meters we will be going downhill. Hopefully in one piece. Well, even if there was an animal down there, we will be able to reach it with our gun. Because I do not think this gun has the... We'll have to look that up. What would be the range of this gun, which I currently have? This is the starting gun, so it's probably not one of the best when it comes to range. And even if it, once again, if it was actually in range, I would still need to have to go down towards the downed animal to... Okay, how close is it now? 90 meters. Okay, so we're getting closer, but through these trees we will probably not be able to either see or be able to take it out. So the sound is coming from up there. I didn't see any tracks. But the sound actually did sounded quite close. Much closer than just 90 meters. Okay, let's take a quick look. Let's see. The gun I currently have. Can I take a look at that? Inventory. Okay. Oh, yeah, here we are. So, this is a Ranger. Yeah, it is this gun. Handcrafted 2.243 bolt rifle action, highly durable and built to weather even the most extreme weather conditions. Relatively low recoil is an ideal entry point for anyone serious about putting venison on the table. Okay. So the accuracy is 87, which isn't actually that bad if you consider it. Recoil is low, reload speed is also quite low. So it's most definitely not a bad gun, I would say. Interesting. As a starter gun, I wasn't. I thought it was actually be very bad, but well, I did take out that deer in one shot. How close are you now? 80 meters, and it's a mating call, so it's not aware that I'm here. Okay, let's see if I actually can get closer to it. The wind is favorable, which means that it is blowing away from the creature. I have learned, by the way, that I have some sort of a spray, which I can spray on myself, so that my scent is a bit muffled against the rest of the environment. Not foolproof, but it does help. But I'm not seeing any tracks. Just entered a new area. Okay, let's continue move on this way. Oh, there's the sun. So I am in heat and heading. Yes, I'm heading west. Now I will actually be able to probably see if the sun actually goes down. That is a turkey, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. There's no way I will be able to take out a turkey over here. Okay, hold up. Let me get my... Wait, why? Hold on. Oh, okay. Why am I not using my binoculars? I have my binoculars on, so why am I not? That's odd. Ah, okay, long press. Yeah, unless they're in the trees, which I don't think turkeys are in trees, I'm not able to take out a turkey. Okay, 1 kilometer until I reach the destination, and I will be able to determine if indeed, oh, how long? If the sun goes down the mountain. $90 meters. Is that the same? Oh, I thought I saw markers over there. Bear Swallow Basin, another new area which I'm in. And I think we are going slowly downhill right now. Let me take a quick look at the map. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it looks like we're indeed going down. Oh, there is a undiscovered location over there beyond this little pond. So if we continue on this, we will be able to identify that thing. And maybe it's an outpost or tent or something we can maybe use as a fast travel location for the near future. I'm not quite sure if that will work with tents, by the way. We can actually buy tents, of course, and set them up. I do think the sun is actually indeed setting now. Okay, we better run. Where's this heading towards? That's a medium turkey heading that way. Yeah, but yeah, the sun is indeed now going down the hill. Oh, it's getting darker. Okay. Well, we are now running downhill, as I said, so that might help a little bit in our speed. And I do see the pond and a lot of tracks over here. That's the bear. So I think it might be a good idea not to start hunting animals or right now because it will be getting dark. I'm not quite sure how dark it's gonna be. How far are you? Ooh, oof. That is close. That is close. That is close. Maybe a bit too close for comfort. Uh, don't see it. Don't see that bear. I also have not spotted that question mark yet. It should be near the pond, but I forgot. Was it before or after the pond? It's after. Okay, it's behind the pond. Okay, so it should be on the other side of that. On the shore, on the other side of the pond. The bear isn't following me, is he? And I am a tasty little morsel, I believe, but okay, let's go around this side of the pond. Okay, that sounds. It should be over there then. But even if I would be able to shoot down the bear, the time I'll be there running over there to pick up the body, if it's even possible, it's be much more dark than it is now. So I think I'll forego with this bear and see if I can actually reach our destination, or at least that question mark destination. And if it is a tent, maybe I will be able to sleep over there until it's day again, and I can try to find the missing old man. Okay. That's a moose. It's fleeing. No, it's a mule deer. Sorry, I thought it was a moose. Well, of course it's fleeing because I'm running. Oh, those are the Rocky Mountains. Goats. I still haven't found, or still haven't seen. Oh, there it is. I was about to say, I still haven't seen that question mark, but it is now popping up at 60 meters ahead. What is it? It is a campsite or something. No, it is not. It's a... What is it? It's a rock building? What is that? What is this? Oh. Inspect. Inspect. Oh. Inspect. The southern Rockies are dotted with geothermal sulfur hot springs. These were used by the Ute tribe for medical purposes, and when European colonists arrived, their presence. And when the European colonists arrived, their presence? Is that a correct sentence? These were used by the Ute tribe for medical purposes, and when European colonists arrived, their presence. English is not my first language, but I do not think that this is correct English. Anyway, arrived at present in combination with the snow-capped peaks and the glacial lakes, led them to dub the region the Switzerland of America, which, okay. Okay, well, that is some rewards. It's still not getting dark, even though, what is the time at the moment? It's almost 6 p.m. Okay, so the game does work in what Americans refer to as military time. So I will translate this into, as I said, American time. So it's nearly 6 p.m. Am I running? I've not. No, I am. I was running. Okay. Okay. We're getting nearly there to our destination. Finally. We've left behind mountain goat. Hold on. I was about to say we have left behind the bear. We did hear a mountain goat somewhere. I'm not quite sure how accurate our ears are. I mean, do we actually, when the sound comes from a location, is that actually the location the sound is coming from, or do our ears deceive us? Is it actually because of the mountains and the echoes that the sound is not exactly the same location where the animal we are hearing is coming from? However, hold on. I thought I saw something, but the sound was coming from this direction. But it could, of course, be quite easily over that hill. Okay, let's continue on to our location. And as I said, we're supposed to be looking for Ted. Now, I've never... What? Oh, it's fleeing. It's a mountain goat is fleeing. Okay. Maybe I can still see it as at 50 meters. Nope. As I was saying, I've never met actually other people in this game yet, and I don't think they ever will appear. We were supposed to meet someone near the cliffside in the last playthrough, where it's the one without sound. And there was nobody there where we were at that location. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I think I see him. And I'm not talking about that dude we're supposed to be. Yep, there is a creature moving over there. But it's beyond that log, I think. Oh, hold on. Maybe I'll be able to see it's oh, hold on. Okay. So let's see if this works now. So I'm not quite sure if I hit it or not. It looked like I hit it. That means I might be able to see some blood on the ground. And that is a track I will need to follow, but I'm not seeing. Oh, there. Hold on. Is that that's a track? That's the track. Okay. So now I need to follow those blue arrows. That's the direction the animal went. If apparently I did hit it. But I'm not quite sure if I was able to hit it so it is mortally wounded. It's heading this way. But how long is it headed that way? It is losing blood. I can see that. Okay, hold. Where? Oh, there. Okay, it is still bleeding. Where did it go? Oh, I can see blue over here. It did went a long way. Okay, where is it now? Oh, there's blue over there. So that is the reason, that is why you can use that color. So you know which animals you are, which animal, particular animal you're actually following. You can still see blood. Geez, how far did it move? And we're getting out the location where we're supposed to be going. Okay. Wait. Oh, that's okay. Oh, there. Yeah, don't use another tracking, otherwise we'll be losing this trace. Did it get away completely? I mean, maybe it's running to a first aid center. Okay, I'm not seeing the blue trails anymore. Well, oh, there it is. I mean, there's the blue trail. Okay, if I'm more than 500 meters away from the area where I'm supposed to be going, I might be considering actually foregoing this hunt. It's simply continuing to move away. It is still bleeding. But I'm of course not sure what I hit Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. What's that? Oh, I thought that was actually animal. Okay, we're almost at 500 meters away now from our. Or yeah, I think I'm forgoing this hunt. This can go on forever. Damn. Damn. That was not what I had intended to do. I was actually intended to do something else. Hold on. I was intending to do. Hold up. I forgot to activate my chat window, which is a bit stupid. So I'm forgoing this hunt. I'm sorry, I'm forgoing this hunt. No. Hold on, hold on. That was not exactly what I had in mind. Okay. I'm heading back towards the location where I'm supposed to be going. Too bad. I could have bagged another creature, a mountain goat. I did hit it. And yes, if you would play this as a real simulation, you will not be letting a wounded animal like that go on and suffer. But I'm not quite sure how far that creature is going to be running until it is finally dropping down. It could be a long time. And for as a side note, considering the sun has gone down behind the mountains, it is still quite light outside, which I think is very weird that it's still that light outside. Okay, well, we're once again closing in on our destination, 250 meters away. We should be close. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen when we reach that destination. I hope it's not a wild goose chase. Maybe we actually find the body of the old man. Maybe we can actually stuff that old man as well and put him up as a trophy. But who knows? Anyway, we're soon going to find out. 160 meters. And I sincerely hope we can actually do some fast travel. Because I'm not going to walk 3 kilometers back to our outpost. 100 meters. Wait, is that an outpost over there? Is that a house? It's a campsite, isn't it? Oh, maybe actually I can use that campsite to save the game and sleep. Yep, that is a campsite. Whether it's an abandoned campsite or... Oh, it's not a campsite. It's actually a camping site because that is some sort of a camping. Oh. Uh-oh. Can I sit over there? Oh, I can't sit. Well, 600 meters. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to save the game here. I'm not sure if that's gonna work. I mean, if that is actually will bring me back here the next time I load the game up. If not, I will take the car or buy a car and then take the car to that location. And if it does work, I will just, well, it's not as long, but we are going to bear country, it says, and it is getting dark. At least I think it is. It's 6:30 p.m. I'm not going to risk it. So I'm going to save the game here. And hopefully we will come back next time next time on this particular spot. Thank you so much for joining me. By the way, if you like me having a camera on me, let me know. And if you really hate my face, don't worry, you're not the only one. Let me know it anyway. Thank you so much for joining me in Call of the Wild. We will be returning to this area quite soon. I hope you enjoyed it. I did. See you next time. Bye bye.